was nothing on Biden's part, and all it did was allow the platform for the only thing Trump does well is find a nugget, not even of truth, and continue like the answer to everything was the border and the whatever numbers it got up to 28 million at one point.
But okay, so going back to that thing I watched on CNN,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and people don't know that Mexico is not a democratic society. It's an autocracy. It has been. Oh, it has been.
Yeah.
The guy that ran, now they've got the female in, but she's just a shill. She's in the guy that was basically the dictator down there. She's a shill for him. And, but when Trump was in office, Trump basically said, you won't import anything into our country if you don't do what you're told. And the guy tried to play hardball with Trump, and Trump didn't budge. And basically, it would have, I don't know if it could make Mexico a fourth world country. But in the meantime, this guy had put together this like super elite fighting force, like these narcos and this like a SEAL team people. They used those people to patrol the border Mexico side.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of them coming through and us having to deal with them, the Mexican military, and they showed footage that I'd never seen before of these guys with shields and batons just fucking wailing on people at the borders,
Keeping them in.
keeping them in Mexico. I just can't see CNN's reasoning for showing that footage because it was very pro-Trump. It was, if they're not being journalists and they're just trying to press an agenda, the agenda was that Trump, and then after that we had the COVID, and then that we were able to shut it down permanently. But then as soon as Biden got in office, it was just like, okay, we're back to fucking annual passes at Disneyland. And he just opened it, man, it just opened it wide up again. And it's just, I understand, like, immigration's like, it's essential, and but you have to have some checks and balances. But if you, if, like Trump is talking about deporting everyone, and people that are married that are just here illegally, and there's trillions of dollars in commerce that that the illegals do. That like who's going to pick who's going to pick who's going to clean who's going to go in at 14 years old after hours and clean the slaughterhouses with pressure washers, all that stuff. There's a whole system in place. It's as horrible as it is. It's just, and all you have to, but neither of these two guys tonight seem they're on. One's playing Uno, and the other one's playing Crazy Eights. And you're going, you want me to hit you? And they go, what? I'm sorry, I'm playing 5 card stud over here. What the fuck, man?
There was no specificity and nothing was explained to the voter
No.
how it was going to be handled in specifics. It was broad, vague attacks by one side, and then Biden totally on the defensive all night, just on the ropes and throwing out like his occasional jab would be the 3-point plan to end the war in Ukraine. First, or Gaza rather. The first step's going to be
Yeah, everything was 1, 2, 3 with him. 1, we're going to do this. 2, we're going to 3, I'm going to freeze.
They were again. There was nothing in detail. Nothing. Nobody learned anything except one. One's probably much more incontinent than the other. And my favorite line, though, I didn't get to say this earlier, did come from Biden. It was when the porn star stuff came up. He said, "You talking about morality? You got the morals of an alley cat." And I was going to open by telling you, Kevin, I think you have the morals of an alley cat.
I think that
And malarkey was used tonight, too. It's always good when malarkey can get
malarkey and an alley cat.
introduced into a contemporary argument.
I think we should take Braun Breaker's name and make him the alley cat.
Okay.
Because they're not going to make him a Steiner. So you might as well make him an alley cat.
Very good.
That was my segue into let's get the fuck out of the Biden thing.
Let's get out of Biden. Yeah, I think we've squeezed about all we can out of that lemon.
Yeah, it's about as bad as it gets.